This is ABC 7 News at 11, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Good evening, I'm Haley Wilgus. Thank you for joining us tonight. A massive crime sweep by the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office results in 39 arrests and leaves those nearby thankful for that extra attention. ABC 7's Adam Cellini is joining us with more on the results of Operation Shortstop. Adam?
Yeah, Haley, these operations rely on what the Sheriff's Office calls intelligence-led policing, and it has some residents asking for more.
White mouth, dark hair, white shirt with a...
Even though Mary Lee didn't see any sheriff's deputies last month, she's glad to know they were around.
Even if they're not here solving a crime at the time, it's just really good to see them, to know they're around and know that they're people.
The Sarasota County Sheriff's Office is releasing results of a July operation focused in the Bee Ridge corridor between Honore and Beneva roads and Proctor and Weber roads. The space includes Lee's neighborhood, where she says break-ins have become more frequent.
I've stepped up security at my house. I just replaced all my windows with a secure window all the way around.
In 3 weeks, deputies made 39 arrests on 43 felony and 22 misdemeanor charges, ranging from burglaries to even a homicide. Captain John Walsh says those numbers are expected with the amount of planning that goes into these operations.
Instead of putting our resources, somewhere where they're not needed, we try and put them where they are needed so that personnel are used more wisely. It's more fiscally responsible. So instead of hiring more cops, we use our cops better.
Deputies also issued nearly 170 traffic citations, including 5 DUI arrests, a point of emphasis considering the heavy construction along Bee Ridge Road. Yvonne Tesso thinks it will slow several drivers down for good.
I like it. I feel more secure. I think that police officers in our neighborhood helps people from running stop signs where we have them that maybe they don't look important, but they are.
But one of the biggest benefits not measured by crime statistics is the relationships built among the residents.
But a lot of it's just awareness, letting people know we're there and we're paying attention and we're doing the best we can with what we got.
When these operations conclude, the Sarasota Sheriff's Office says their crime analysts continue to monitor the area for crime trends and calls for service. Haley, back to you.
Thank you, Adam, and some thankful neighbors. In Pinellas County, a mother is now charged with aggravated manslaughter after authorities say her infant daughter died after being beaten by her 6-year-old brother. The sheriff providing some disturbing details in the incident today, saying Kathleen Steele left her 13-day-old daughter, also named Kathleen, in a vehicle with 2 siblings while she went into a cell phone repair store. When the baby girl started crying, the brother reportedly dropped her on the floor, then slammed her around the vehicle. It wasn't until making another stop and then returning home when authorities say Steele called a neighbor who is a nurse to look at baby Kathleen. The neighbor called 911, but it was too late. The 62-year-old mother gave birth to her 3 children, including this newborn, through fertility procedures after her husband's death.
The accountability belongs with Kathleen Steele, the mother, who was, by all accounts, ill-equipped to have a baby at 62 years old, to have this infant, to care for these kids.
The 6-year-old brother will not face criminal charges because of his age. He and the other sibling, a 3-year-old, are now in DCF custody. We're hearing tonight from the family of Mary Knowlton, the Punta Gorda woman who was killed at the Citizens Police Academy shoot, don't shoot scenario on Tuesday. Officer Lee Cole was training the 73-year-old on how to respond to an armed burglar when he shot her 3 times with a revolver. The police chief says no one knew there was ammunition in the firearm. Tonight, Knowlton's family is trying to cope with this loss and saying she would never let them have hatred in their heart.
I want to judge. I want to be angry. I want my mom back. Well, one more day at least, just to say goodbye.
People make big mistakes, and they shouldn't have to live with it the rest of their life.
Officer Cole remains on administrative leave while FDLE investigates. The state is reporting 3 more Zika cases spread by mosquitoes in Miami, but Governor Scott says the infection zone is actually shrinking. Active transmission is reportedly only happening in a 1 square mile area encompassing Miami's Wynwood neighborhood. Aerial spraying of pesticides targeting adult mosquitoes is scheduled tomorrow over that area. In Washington, meanwhile, the head of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Disease held a briefing on the fight against Zika and explained how it's the perfect storm in Gulf Coast states, especially Florida, for this virus.
You have travel-related cases, you have the right mosquitoes, and sooner or later we said there would be a local transmission, and it likely would occur in the Gulf Coast states. And in fact, it did.
He also stressed that additional federal funding is needed for the NIH to continue working on a clinical trial for a vaccine. And now it's time to head over to Bob. Of course, we're getting some more rain, and with rain comes even more mosquitoes.
That's right. More showers and storms took their time developing this evening, but indeed they are around. They're still moving through parts of the Suncoast with some moderate to heavy rainfall in northeast Manatee County right now. But the rain should be coming to an end here in the next hour and a half, 2 hours or so. Even a few ice and lightning strikes occurring with some of those cells well east in Manatee County. Light rain at downtown Sarasota, Siesta Key, into Bradenton, Palmetto, and even northwest Bradenton. Some rain there. Parish, you're still seeing moderate rainfall at this time. Some areas picking up nearly 2.5 inches of rainfall in the inland areas as that east coast and west coast breeze kind of met just after 7 o'clock tonight. 82 degrees currently. It's warm. It's muggy. The dew point 77. We have an east wind at 5, and it is raining lightly now at the Sarasota Bradenton Airport. We'll have much more on the forecast, and more storms are in it coming up in just a few minutes. Haley?
Thank you, Bob. Road rage cases tonight from California to Florida, both involving guns and both leaving police searching for the suspects involved. ABC's Lauren Lister has the details.
Road rage taken to the extreme on the suburban streets of North Los Angeles.
The driver shot at her, armed with unknown type of black handgun.
Those shots are aimed at a family, including a child in that white SUV. The driver of the dark Honda shooting at them twice, apparently outraged that the SUV sprayed his car with windshield wiper fluid.
The level that this incident took was quite alarming to us, and I couldn't imagine what it would be like in a vehicle and being fired upon just driving with your family members. It had to have been terrifying.
That's why police say they're trying so hard to find the suspect responsible. While clear across the country, cops are pursuing another enraged driver drawing a gun. Authorities searching for the woman in Gainesville, Florida, wildly waving this pistol at another vehicle.
A beer bottle was thrown at the other vehicle, and then the victim, in order to get away, pulled into the gas station, and then, surprisingly, the suspect pulled in directly after them.
The situation's escalating from horn honking to that handgun being pulled, and it could have been worse. Since 2010, road rage has been blamed for at least 1,700 deaths nationwide. In Gainesville, the driver of this truck, Jacob Sylvester, was arrested, but is refusing to reveal the others he was with. And here in California, the LA County Sheriff's Department says they still have no suspects in that road rage shooting. Lauren Lister, ABC News, Los Angeles.
And back here on the Suncoast, Bradenton's Planning Commission is greenlighting 2 proposed hotels. They would be built in the 5500 block of Cortez Road West. If all goes according to plan, the Country Inn and Suites and the Town Place Suites will sit on 6 acres of land across from the Walmart and right next to Golden Corral. Bradenton's mayor says this is one of the ways to meet a great demand.
We know one of the issues that we have with the growth in our tourism, that we need hotel rooms. We need opportunities for people to stay.
Next up is a public hearing later this month, and it will go in front of the City Council for approval. Meanwhile, a Spring Hill Suites hotel will be breaking ground next month across the street from Bradenton City Hall. Straight ahead, Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will be back with the official Suncoast forecast and an update on the showers. Plus, as Hillary Clinton gives a speech on the economy, news of past corruption claims against the Clinton Foundation. And are you ready for some football? The Bucks play their first preseason game tonight as Suncoast high school teams get ready for gridiron action.
Need new windows? Buy direct from the factory. New South Window is having a sale. The more you buy, the more you save. Buy 4 windows, save 25%. Buy 6 windows, save 30%. Buy 8 or more windows and save 35%. How? Because New South owns the factory and you cut out the middleman. Award-winning, energy-efficient windows and doors installed with a lifetime warranty. New South Windows are made in Florida for Florida homes by Florida workers. Visit newsouthwindow.com or call now.
Attention! This is an important message for anyone who had an IVC filter placed to prevent blood clots from traveling to their heart or lungs. Did your IVC filter move, break, or cause organ damage? The FDA warns that IVC filters may cause serious complications, such as heart or lung damage, internal bleeding, even death. If you or a loved one suffered serious complications, call IVC Filter Helpline now. You may be entitled to compensation. IVC filters are designed to prevent blood clots. If your IVC filter moved or broke and you suffered heart or lung damage, internal bleeding, or if a loved one died as a result, call IVC Filter Helpline today. Our network of experienced attorneys is ready to fight for you. You'll pay nothing unless there's a recovery in your favor. Call today for a free confidential consultation. Don't fight this alone. Call IVC Filter Helpline now.
Please call 800-897-6764. That is 800-897-6764.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Welcome to the all-new Seymour Buick GMC on the island of Venice.
Seymour smiles.
Seymour selection of quality new and pre-owned vehicles.
Seymour for your trade-in.
Seymour savings.
Discover the new Buick and get cash back for up to 16% of the MSRP on select 2016 Buick vehicles. That's nearly $8,000 cash back on this Buick LaCrosse.
Seymour now at Seymour Buick GMC on the island of Venice. Go to SeymourBuickGMC.com.
Hurricane season is here, so when severe weather threatens, count on the official Suncoast Storm Team at ABC7.
We bring you storm warnings faster and with more detail than ever before.
And track storms right down to your neighborhood.
On air, online, and on your mobile device. Turn to the official Suncoast Storm Team at ABC7. We're here for you.
Bob, we're getting some late night showers tonight.
Yeah, it took a little time. As the East Coast took a long time to get over here, and the West Coast wasn't that active early on, so we didn't see the early afternoon showers. Similar conditions again tomorrow, maybe a little bit earlier, and a little stronger storms tomorrow, I think. So that's going to be the case. We have had some nice shots, though, and a beautiful sunset tonight. Lots of sunshine around. Unfortunately, we also have the Perseid meteor shower peaking for tonight, and a lot of clouds around, so it's not the best viewing. The best time to look at them this evening, just after actually midnight up until sunrise. And so in a couple of hours, we could see some clearing just in time to see maybe 3 meteors per minute. That's a lot for this one. This always happens in August. And again, the peak coming after midnight tonight up until dawn, and just kind of sit back, get away from the city lights if you can, and check it out. Hopefully the skies will clear in about 2 hours from now. Also, the rest of the hurricane season is expected to be average or slightly above average, according to NOAA, who is making another prediction for mid-season here. And this has been the longest streak in 10 years that a hurricane has not hit the Sunshine State. The last one was Wilma back in 2005. We are expecting above 12 storms this year, this season, due mainly to the fact that El Nino's gone. And it looks like a lot more storms coming off the coast of Africa could generate into tropical systems. Nice sunset tonight, some high clouds coming in. But other than that, that line of showers that you see stretching across the peninsula, moving off to the west this evening and starting to wind down. But still, there's enough clouds and showers in there to obscure the sky across our entire viewing area for that matter. And some moderate to heavy rainfall still occurring over Manatee County, stretching along I-275. There's no rough weather as far as winds go, and not a lot of lightning left over from these storms, but still warm and muggy out there with rain falling near Brady Bradenton, stretching to Parrish over to Duet, although Myakka Head getting the heaviest rain right now. And places down to the south off of Siesta Key. This is moving away from Siesta, but still some light rain around. I mentioned nearly 3 inches of rainfall as the two breezes kind of met right there in the eastern portions of Manatee and Sarasota counties. Currently at the airport, light rain occurring, as I mentioned earlier, and the high today was warm, 94 degrees. Close to a record again, and 90 our average, 76 was the morning low. We're getting rain there now. The total hasn't been tallied up yet, but we're pretty close to average as far as rain goes for the month, below average for the year. Temperatures all pretty much into the upper 70s, although a bit cooler in Myakka City where the rain is falling right now. Arcadia at 80. It's warm and muggy in Sarasota, 84 still in Cortez. Showers winding down tonight. We'll start off with sunshine, a few clouds in the morning, and then showers and storms redeveloping along that sea breeze front and kind of colliding. And as I mentioned, some of those storms could be strong at times as we move through time throughout the afternoon and evening on into Friday, and then even Saturday. More storms are in the forecast as we get that southeasterly wind around the area of high pressure off the Florida coast there, east coast, and that provides us with that little collision that takes place every afternoon. So that looks good. This low pressure area that continues to hang on is bringing heavy rainfall to Louisiana. Fairly quiet in the tropics right now, but things are expected to peak up in a couple of weeks as we approach the peak of hurricane season, which is September 10th. 93 degrees in Dallas still at this hour. It's 83 in Detroit and 79 in Minneapolis. So the heat goes on over the Northeast. Boston was way up into the mid-90s today. For boaters, winds will be out of the southeast to start the day off, turn to the southwest at 5 to 10 knots. Seas will be 1 to 2 feet. And a light chop out there. The water temperature at 88 degrees. Tides upcoming on your screen. The next high tide will be at 7:37 and a low tide at 4:23. Tonight, shower is ending here in the next hour and a half or so, then partly cloudy. Low temperatures close to seasonal averages. Tomorrow, look for a good chance for storms, late storms in the afternoon and the evening. High temperatures near 90 degrees. The extended forecast does call for fairly typical weather running in through the next 7 days with showers and storms mainly in the afternoon. Well, just recently, Captain Justin Moore posted this video from Moore Fishing Charters, and this is near Longboat Key Pass, and it's one of his customers catching this huge 200-pound tarpon. It's a pretty looking fish, and they're also called the Silver King. Look at that little jump right there. Eventually, he did break free, and you can tell why they call it the Silver King right there. Looks rather silver. And it's with a heavy heart tonight that I tell you about a longtime Suncoast resident, Big John Moffett, who lost his battle with cancer. He was a decorated medic in the Vietnam War, and services were held at the Sarasota National Cemetery today, and he was a legend when it came to fishing. Look at all these fishing rods and reels in his room there, and he was such a legend, he even had his own special fishing place in Sarasota Bay known as the Honey Hole, and they named it Big John. And just look at all those rods and reels. Besides that, saltwater, he also enjoyed catching bass. He will be sorely missed. A great family right there. And keeping up the tradition, his granddaughter, Mackenzie Bella Riley, was busy this past week in Canada at Lake Draper, and he was doing what Grandpa loved to do, reeling them in as she catches this big smallmouth bass, or Canadian smallie, if you will. Her dad, Jay, took her fishing, and a great job by Mac right there. Great catch, keeping the tradition. I'm sure her grandfather would be proud.
Yes, as Captain Johnny says, take a kid fishing.
That's right. And here's a look at some fishing. Captain Johnny, speaking of that, he was out today. He got the girls from the dry dock there. Nice. Took a few out there, and they caught some nice trout and a shark on top of that. So some good catching there. And this from the Beach Fishing Adventures, also catching trout, not necessarily in the grass flat. He caught this right along near the shore on Longboat Key. That's Stephen. You know him. We'll be trying for some snook in September when snook season starts up September 1st, when you can keep them. I've never caught, if you can believe it, a snook in season
ever
that was big enough within the slot. It's very difficult. Yeah, so we'll see what happens.
You got to hit that sweet spot.
I know, isn't it amazing?
That's hard to do. All right, thank you, Bob. Donald Trump gave a major speech on the economy on Monday. Hillary Clinton followed suit today, but the Democratic nominee's speech focused less on new policy proposals and more on why she says voters face a choice in November. Clinton says she backs an economy for everyone, while she says Trump's plans are a huge tax break for himself. A tax policy analysis says most of Clinton's tax increases, more than 75% of them, would hit the top 1% of earners.
My mission in the White House will be to make our economy work for everyone, not just those at the top.
Meanwhile, a U.S. government official tells CNN today that FBI and Justice Department officials met several months ago to discuss opening a public corruption case into the Clinton Foundation. The DOJ reportedly pushed back against moving forward. The department had looked into allegations surrounding the foundation a year earlier after the release of the controversial book Clinton Cash, and the department says it found them to be unsubstantiated. Donald Trump continues his attacks on President Obama and on Hillary Clinton, claiming they are the founder and co-founder of ISIS, a claim that PolitiFact rates as entirely false. The Republican nominee has been campaigning throughout Florida for the past 2 days. In Orlando today, he addressed that report about the DOJ ultimately not opening a case into the Clinton Foundation.
I get a lot of heat over Russia. Wouldn't it be nice if we actually got along with Russia? Wouldn't it be nice? I mean, wouldn't that be a nice thing? And we work something where we both go in and knock the hell out of ISIS.
And those comments, of course, were about Russia. Those remarks coming from a campaign rally. Trump was also in Orlando today for a, quote, Pastors in the Pews event. As for Clinton's economic policies, Trump says that her proposal for taxes and regulations goes too far. The Buccaneers back in action to start the 2016-2017 season. Highlights are next in sports, but first, here's Jimmy Kimmel.
We're hard at work tonight with this.
Pulling the keylogger to run it through decryption.
Googling how to run through decryption now.
You're Googling it?
ABC 7's official Suncoast Hurricane Guide arms you with vital information you need to protect your family and property when severe weather threatens the Suncoast, including how to create your readiness plan and survival kit. Download yours today at mysuncoast.com.
Come uncork your inner artist at Painting with a Twist. Bring your favorite bottle of wine and appetizers and enjoy an evening out with friends to celebrate any special occasion. It's perfect for a girls' night out, birthday parties, or a fun date night. Painting with a Twist offers 2 or 3 hour classes that are instructed by local artists, and there is no experience required. We now have 2 convenient locations in Sarasota and Bradenton. Visit our website to view our calendar and schedule your next party today.
At Sunset Subaru in Sarasota, it's all about getting more for your money. More years, more miles, more 2016 IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus winners than any other brand. Stop by to see our new state-of-the-art showroom today, and you can lease the most award-winning small SUV on the planet, a new 2016 Subaru Forester, for just $229 a month. Complimentary maintenance included at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
This is a special health alert for seniors suffering with joint pain. If you have Medicare insurance, you may qualify for high-quality support braces at little or no cost.
I'm thrilled with my knee braces.
Now, there is a simple and proven solution for seniors to get out of pain with state-of-the-art support braces.
I barely feel any pain at all.
Braces for your knees and back, as well as your shoulders and ankles, too.
I'm so happy with the quality of these braces.
Call now, and you could qualify for a pain-relieving brace at little or no cost.
I can play ball again, and it doesn't hurt.
And because of my Medicare coverage, it costs me next to nothing.
So call now.
And because I have this red, white, and blue Medicare card, my braces have cost me just about nothing.
It's true. You may get a knee, back, shoulder, and ankle brace at little or no cost.
They qualified me for 2 knee braces and a back brace.
If you have knee or back pain, give them a call. They can help.
1-800-476-8967. 1-800-476-8967.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
Do you have what it takes to become a champion? The Sarasota YMCA Shark Swim Team has been developing champions since 1961. Fall swim team tryouts for kids ages 6 through 18 are being held August 15th through the 18th and August 22nd to the 25th from 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. Tryouts are held at the Evelyn Sadler Jones Branch, YMCA's Selby Aquatic Center. For more information, Visit SarasotaYMCA.org Sharks.
Now, sports.
The Rays are off tonight, and that works out well because tonight belonged to Buccaneer football anyways. Preseason action across the NFL getting underway, including the Bucs taking on the Eagles. The Bucs found themselves down early after Kenny Bell fumbled the opening kickoff. And then right here, Jameis Winston is stripped, giving the Eagles great field possession. The offense would bounce back, though. Winston finds Russell Shepard, who does a nice job of pulling the ball down and away from the defender. He finds the end zone right there for 6. But on the extra point attempt, second-round pick Roberto Aguayo, who didn't miss a single extra point at FSU, hits the upright. He connected on a field goal later in the game, though. Winston goes 7 for 9 for 97 yards, and Doug Martin rushes 5 times for 13 yards before being pulled after the first quarter. The Eagles take this one 17-9. Next up for the Bucs, a trip to Jacksonville to face the Jaguars next Saturday. And high school football season is just around the corner. Tonight we preview the Sarasota Sailors. The team had a tough spring. They would have had almost every starter returning this season, but 7 players transferred to other schools. But that's left the current roster determined to make everyone take notice of the talent that remains. The offense features a star in the making at quarterback in Brian Gagg, and to go with an experienced offensive line. But it's the defense that will provide the most experience on the team. Head coach Brian Riles says what his squad dealt with over the spring is a great lesson to learn, not only in football, but in life.
One foot in front of the other. You just keep right on moving, just like if it was an injury, just like if whatever could happen. Adversity strikes all the time.
It definitely put a little like, well, what are we going to do losing all these players? But I think also at the same time it put in our mind we have to work a lot harder.
The Sailors open up their season at home against the Seahawks of Cape Coral. To basketball now, LeBron James helped bring a championship back to Cleveland and is being rewarded handsomely for it. ESPN is reporting that the Finals MVP has agreed to a 3-year, $100 million deal. That includes $33 million for the 2017-2018 season, which will be the most in NBA history. That's a look at sports. We'll have tonight's lotto numbers straight ahead.
ABC 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you weeknights at 5.
US Med has great news for anyone living with diabetes.
If you have Medicare, private insurance, or prescription drug coverage, US Med will ship a new glucose meter right to your home.
And shipping is free.
My new meter uses only a speck of blood, so it's less painful than my previous meter.
If you have Medicare, private insurance, or prescription drug coverage, you're covered with US Med. We're welcoming new patients, even if your current provider can't supply you anymore.
I don't even have to test on my fingers anymore. I can test on my hand or forearms, and it's more accurate than my old meter.
So call US Med today, and you'll have a choice of 2 great meters.
One that actually speaks your results, or a meter so small it fits on the bottle of strips.
Act now, and US Med will include a free prescription discount card. We'll also send you a free diabetes cookbook. This is your opportunity.
So call US Med today.
You'll be glad you did.
Temperatures on the Suncoast are rising and the deals are hotter than ever during the summer clearance event at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. You'll feel cooler than ever when you drive away in a new Jeep Cherokee for as little as $19,999, or take home a stylish new Jeep Renegade for just $17,999. How about a new 2016 Jeep Patriot for just $14,999? Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
We are delighted to have Dr. Kaminsky join our team at the Tottoli Cancer Center.
I'm a radiation oncologist. I was at the National Institutes of Health, most recently at the Medical College of Georgia, specialized in central nervous system cancers, prostate cancers, and other types. At the Tottoli Cancer Center, we have a level of technology that is second to none.
He has a great wealth of knowledge and shares the same passion that we have for patient care.
My family and I are happy to be here in Sarasota and excited to treat our patients here at the Tottoli Cancer Center.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
They took that stress and that tension when I was particularly feeling very bad after that nasty car accident, and it was such a relief to know that I didn't have to bear that burden alone, that I had help.
Our goal is to not just get a satisfactory settlement on their case. We want them up on their feet, happy again. They've gotten their life back.
Nora the polar bear has gotten much bigger than when we first saw her. In February, the newest addition to Ohio's Columbus Zoo was part of an international naming competition. Now, at 10 months old, look at this. Nora is big and strong, and she is ready to move to the Oregon Zoo. It's there where she will join another polar bear who wildlife experts hope will befriend her, because you don't want to be a lonely polar bear, right?
No, absolutely not. Fun one at that.
She's loving life and just cooling off. Have a great evening. We'll see you tomorrow.